This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
Get real.
No.
Y'all,
Just
this
stop.
is a sham.
It's finally here. Drum roll.
Welcome to DBL. Happy Monday, everybody. Good weekends for everybody.
Had a great weekend.
Yeah.
Really good weekend. So
Nice here,
Yeah.
the range.
Chill at the house. You
Although,
went fishing.
Went fishing, had a great time with my buddies, but there's some weird smoke here in Denver that's kind of
Yes,
clouding
from
up
Canada.
the mountains.
Coming-
And stuff from
yeah.
Canada.
From Canada.
Which is ironic, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
the wildfires are coming down.
We're thinking
Why are you
about
talking
y'all,
like
Alberta, because we're in
That's-
Alberta right now.
Oh,
so,
smart.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So
All right, well,
thinking
thanks
about
for-
them.
Yeah, definitely. And
I was
I'm
going to say
still
the
wondering
wildfires
why
in Canada
tourists-
sounds like a romance novel.
It's not romantic.
I know. I'm
No.
just saying it sounds like
We've
a
had our own
romance
fires a
novel.
couple of
Yes.
years ago here, so
Scary.
it is scary. We're definitely thinking about you guys. All right, let's jump right in, guys. The stars were shining bright at Cannes this weekend. Leonardo DiCaprio walked the red carpet with the cast of his new 3.5-hour movie, Killers of the Flower Moon, directed by Martin Scorsese. His co-star Robert De Niro made his red carpet debut with his girlfriend Tiffany Chen. The two recently welcomed his 7th child. And actor Jesse Plemons, who talked about his 45-pound weight loss, showed up with his wife Kirsten Dunst. I love that guy. The film received a 9-minute standing ovation, and then the crowd erupted in cheers, of course, when the camera panned to Leo the Great, naturally. All right, so there's a lot of length to talk about in this film.
Yes. Jeff was so happy to say that.
I didn't know. I just when I looked at Al, it went to that place. It went to that place. But what do we think about a 3.5-hour movie?
I don't know. I have to defer to either Tori or Eric on
I'm
that.
in. I'm in. I love movies and I have the time, but I think I'm in the minority on this one.
You know, it's interesting because I would never sign up for a 3.5-hour movie, yet I binged all of Selling Sunset from all 11 episodes this weekend.
Right.
But I'm like, I would never do that. Okay, 5 more episodes. You know what? It's number 11. Okay, now I've been here for 8 hours.
That's so weird because I was going to make the exact same point. I was watching Chimp Empire, which is great on Netflix.
Oh,
if
yeah,
you
I
haven't
saw
seen
that.
it. Super great. But there's only 4 episodes, so that's 4 hours, right? I'm like, I wish there was more episodes. But if you're watching a movie that's 3.5, you're like, I'm not watching this.
I know.
Isn't that crazy, like the psychology?
I think it's the idea of having an out time, like with the sunset. You're like, in an hour, I can stop and do something if I have to. Now, you're not going to.
Right,
But you have
exactly.
that out. I think with the movie, it's just like, I just
stuck.
sat down and I have committed, especially when you know the runtime going in. Here's the weird thing that happened with me with these long movies, like The Irishman and things that people don't really care for on the movies. I like them on the weekends. Even if I'm not in the room, I like them on the big TV. I like the pacing of them. I kind of do like those longer form gangster films or just any kind of longer form film that's almost like another conversation happening in the other room. So that's when they really help for me, but not in the theater. I don't know if I can sit for 3.5 hours anymore.
You sit for 3.5 hours every day.
Yeah, but we can get up, remember? There's always an out.
There is
Commercial
always
break,
an out.
So that's
There
what
is
I'm
always
saying.
an out.
commercial break.
Yeah.
I just think there isn't anyone like Scorsese making movies right now, and I think he is so cinematically interesting that I'd be willing to do it. But again, I think I'm probably the minority on that one.
Yeah, well, we're all going to watch it at some point.
Absolutely.
I'm sure. All right, so speaking of Cannes, Jennifer Lawrence made her return to the red carpet, attending the premiere of a documentary she helped produce, wearing this stunning strapless red Christian Dior gown. Looking good, but all eyes were on her footwear. She wore black flip-flops under her gown. Some people online said it was to avoid tripping. It looks like something my wife would do 100%. She famously fell while climbing the stairs to receive her Oscar for Silver Linings Playbook back in 2003, and then fell on the red carpet again 1 year later. So this is just precautionary.
I think that makes her so
That
relatable.
girl's hair down. Wait, okay, this is
love when people
this is
fall.
a hemline issue, and I only know this because I wore flip-flops on the red carpet because of a hemline issue. There was a dress that I was to wear for a specific time, and my height with the dress did not go hand in hand with heels, and the dress has to hit a certain length, so I ended up wearing flip-flops. And it was like a whole thing because you have to find flip-flops that are gonna go with something that's not gonna look completely crazy. It's actually harder to walk in a gown with flip-flops.
I was going to say,
Yeah, you
my
want the height.
worst falls in life have involved flip-flops.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want the
Because
height of the heel to take you up off of the hemline, so you're not always in
I'm
that
not
hemline.
talking hemlines. I'm talking about when I have shorts on. Oh. Okay? Jeff, here's my issue, and I don't know if, okay, you have the flip-flops, especially the ones that she had, the ones that you get at like the 99-cent stores, the ones that just go in between
Those
your big toe.
were not 99-cent flip-flops.
Yeah,
They
that's
were patent leather.
Yeah, $2.99. Those are. There's no expensive flip-flops. No shade.
Yes,
they shouldn't be
there
expensive.
are.
But the thing is, when I go to walk, sometimes the top of it, where my toes rest, goes underneath it almost like a burger patty. So then my toes are just hanging over empty air, and it drags the bottom of the ground. Do you get that?
Yeah, I get it. That was descriptive.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was very descriptive.
So
but
I
you
feel
have
like
to
flops are
understand,
more dangerous.
more than half, and this is a proven stat, more than 75% of accidents in flip-flops happen because you're drunk.
Point.
That's a
Yeah,
very
I could
good
see that.
It has nothing to do with the flip-flop. You're drunk.
Well, also, there's no back on the heel. I need a back.
Yeah,
I'm
if someone pops your top and they step on the back of
The
your
worst.
flip-flop,
You're so
going
embarrassed,
down.
Yeah.
and you look stupid. Ooh! You make a weird noise. I hate when
I'd be
people
more
do that.
embarrassed with what you
Yes, I think so.
I'm fine. I feel good about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I like that. I don't know how you guys walk in high heels.
I have a much easier time walking in high heels.
Yeah, me too.
Than, also, I'm completely flat-footed, so it makes it a little bit easier. Because, I always, I'll walk out of my shoes. I'll do things like that.
But some people wear high heels so much that their tendons change.
I bet.
Yeah, it's quite bad. Like, you do want to alternate your shoe wear.
It's like remember those shoes that you'd put on to make your calves bigger?
Oh, yeah, strength
Remember
shoes.
those? Yeah, it's just like the opposite. That was a weird reference. A couple people got. You didn't get that one? Remember the strength shoes that had like the big thing on the front, and then you
like George
wear them like to play
Costanza's
basketball and like break your ankles? It was the dumbest thing
terrible.
ever.
It was very bad for balance.
Maybe we'll get a
don't
picture at the end.
remember
All right.
that.
Taylor Swift fans are going to great lengths to see her perform during her Eras tour, so fans endured the pouring rain to see her show outside of Boston, where Taylor admitted she has never been this happy in all aspects of her life ever. Beautiful. Meantime, a security guard at one of her shows has gone viral after he was filmed jamming out to her songs. He said he applied to work security at the stadium after failing to get tickets.
Smart.
I don't know. He later
Not smart.
He was later reprimanded by his bosses for, quote, going too hard and that he needed to take it down a notch. And my guess is not doing any of his security duties.
That's the issue.
Yeah, that's the problem. So he's not alone. Hundreds of fans who couldn't get tickets were spotted tailgating,
Good one.
like Taylor-gating, or otherwise known as unemployed, outside of one of her shows. These fans, wow, visceral reaction. These fans were caught climbing up a hill in the rain, leaving her concert. The caption compared them to surviving the Great War.
Okay.
That's a little
I
insulting,
think that's
but yes,
rude, yeah.
I mean,
to soldiers of the Great War.
Can we start with the security guard?
Let's
I
do
totally
it.
get it because I know people. There are people in my family that work football games and basketball games. They work the concession just so they can also be in the stadium. That's a thing. But they don't stop selling hot dogs and be like, oh my God, we need to pass now.
Did you see anyone coming? No.
But the idea that he's going to kill his credibility, what is he going to tell you not to dance? It's like he's rocking harder than you are.
He's not doing anything untoward. He's simply enjoying
He's not
himself.
being professional,
He
Tori.
is scanning. He is still scanning for any kind of problem.
He is lip syncing and
His eyes are closed in that one.
Well, no, honestly, he went viral because he looks like a scene from a Disney movie
For
or
sure.
something.
He's like a
That's
prince.
why,
Yeah.
Do you think he did this for the gram?
No,
I
no,
was
I think
wondering,
he
you know,
did it
that's
for
what I
the
was wondering.
K.
Did he know he was being filmed right there? That's what I was wondering.
He had to have. He had to have known.
And is that so wrong? He loves Taylor Swift. He worked hard. He got a job
He
for it.
didn't work hard. He took a job away from a real security guard.
He applied. He got the job. He obviously.
He probably didn't write down, I will be rocking out.
Do you need to? So you can't go to any show as a security guard and bang out to the music at all. What if you like
No,
Ozzy Osbourne
you're at
and you're
work.
standing at Ozzy Osbourne? You can't be like this?
No. Could the Secret Service do that if the president has on some hot tunes?
No, but Taylor Swift isn't the president.
Everybody just wants to play at work all the time. Like, what if somebody really tries to go after her?
He's not going to stand there and dance. He's going to take care of it.
Well, maybe he might miss it during his synchronized pirouette sequence.
Yeah, no offense. If something goes down,
Yeah.
I'm not sure I want that guy
You're right.
helping
Okay.
me out.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, it's not, you
I
guys
want a
aren't
real
wrong.
security guard.
Okay, but I also want security guards to enjoy themselves as well.
Yeah, have a
Who's
good
ever
time.
had that on a job listing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Erica.
I tried.
There's a fire, but hey, what the hell?
Yeah.
LL Cool J's
Yeah,
on.
the security guard was having a great time.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Coming up on DBL, the most expensive private home ever purchased in California that Jay-Z and Beyonce paid cash for. Straight cash, homie. And from the Cheers set to Archie Bunker's chair, we're looking at some classic TV items up for auction in our interview with James Commissar.
DBL, this show is amazing.
There's a lot going on down here.
I would have been part of the Mile High Club.
Yeah.
So on point. But I'm gonna have a conversation about what's happening now.
She's wearing a hat. Oh, no, she's not.
Tori, do you think,
Yeah, and I'm like, but she is
do
wearing
you
it.
think we blurred the line where, like, now you seem like a curmudgeon because you want your security guards to secure? Because
No,
I really
not
do
in the.
feel like a lot of people
let's
probably
go
feel
seri-
like you.
No, let's go into the realm of seriousness here
But,
with
like,
mass
at,
shootings and problems like Astro World and
But like
stuff.
even football games, like they're not allowed to pay attention to the games at all. Like if you look at all the security guards, even there,
They're
they
scared.
have to keep their eyes on the crowd and pay
Okay.
attention to what's going
Yeah.
on. They're not allowed, even if there's like the biggest play ever, they're not allowed to turn around
What if
and
he
look.
was an usher? Do we know he was security?
He looks
He
security.
looked
Trying to
like
get
security.
In arena security, which is different from her security.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that's why you'll see like, ladies that are like 65 years old.
Which
it's
is
like
so
more of
cute.
a crowd
Right.
control to like make sure that
Right.
people know where they're sitting.
They're more like a
They're,
walking,
ushering
talking
kind of-
radio.
yeah.
Like when you
Yeah.
see the older security guard, they're not going to break up two guys,
Right.
but I think they're like, hey, there's an issue in section.
But I did see at the Eagles, weird flex, a woman got really drunk, fell, and when she passed out and when she lifted up her head, had a knot like this.
You told me about
And I
that.
yelled, can we get some security or a medic? And an older person was like, oh, they didn't even give us walkie-talkies. And I was like, can you get a medic? He's like, there's no way for us to communicate with anyone.
I'm just here to tell the story to the next generation.
Yeah! And I was like,
What-
what are you
what
actually
is-
here for then?
It's a very...
Like, she was really hurt and could have been concussed. I'm like, is there a doctor? And this is the response from the crowd. Why? And I go, because a woman has passed out. Like, people are so different than it used to be.
Yeah, I'd be like, get your beer and go. We're getting out of here. I don't want to be part of this.
Exactly. That's what they were like.
That's how
Some
it is
doctor
now.
goes, why do you need it? I'm like, you want me to give you her diabetes glucose sugar score?
But
like,
I mean,
she's hurt.
there has to be a concert. So I went to a concert at Red Rocks recently, and like, everybody's inebriated, so they have.
Welcome back. Jay-Z and Beyonce just dropped $200 million in cash
As you
on a
do.
Malibu mansion. They bought the home from an art collector who
Oh, wow.
took 15 years to build it. If you know California, that space in
I know.
California is incredible. The 30,000 square foot mansion spans 8 acres along the Pacific Ocean. It's the most expensive home
8
ever
acres?
purchased in California. The couple also owns an
Oh, my
$88 million
goodness.
mansion in Bel Air and various other properties in New York and the Hamptons.
That is a beautiful, you can just tell an artist created that.
No, thank you, Tori.
Thanks. Maybe.
Yeah, that's it is.
I'm just saying that's like not an easy house that everyone can buy. That is a specifically modern, and as we know in Picasso, he likes Basquiat. He likes those kind of modern, clean lines. So it looks very good for them.
Perhaps a landscaper put in the grass and trees. I'm taking a guess. on
I'm going to ask Tori this because you
rude.
really don't know the world of art. What do you call like those kind of things that they had outside where there's like an open doorway? It's like a cement wall, but there's no roof on the top of it. It's almost like its own kind of art installation. These kind of
Like a walkway,
like
a
open air kind of.
like a giotto or
Yes, what is
yeah.
that?
Well, in Italy they used to have them, and you'd walk right through them, and they'd have little domes on top of them.
Did you just make up that word?
No.
Giotto?
Loggia and a giotto.
Well, I don't know what that is, but I think that looks really cool.
Yeah, it's good.
I loved it. What a
I
long-
feel-
I was like, where did
I
this
feel insulted.
conversation
Giotto?
go? Loggia and giotto.
It's, I don't know. We're going to have to check on that. All right. So, speaking of celebrity mansions, RuPaul opened the doors to his Beverly Hills home for Architectural Digest. Do you see what I did there?
Yep.
Because I got
Yep.
scared.
Yep.
And I was like,
get
oh.
it.
The star of RuPaul's Drag Race showed off his love for black, white, and orange decor. From the living room to the kitchen and dining room, he took the cameras into his orange study, complete with a Lodor.
Like it's glossy.
What's that word again?
Oh my God.
No, complete with a Lodor?
Loja.
Complete with a Loja, well dedicated to his multiple Emmys, and RuPaul took a stroll down memory lane in his bedroom turned luxury closet.
This is the drag archives. Jewelry, shoes, gowns, you name it. It's all right here. So, you come down here and you want to make yourself beautiful. You want to try on everything. You actually want to lick everything. But I don't advise that.
Would you lick everything in there, Erica?
I would lick everything. That is my dream home. I love color. I love to do the darks with like a really vibrant color. I was told when we moved into our house, I did sneak one room where I made it like a green, like a very bright green color. But yeah, I wasn't able to do much more than that.
Did you lick anything in that particular room?
I didn't. Although I do enjoy that room a lot. I would lick it, but that would be unsanitary.
It would be. Yeah.
Yeah. I love that. Oh, that's my dream home.
All right. Coming up on DBL, our interview with James Comisar. He gives us a behind-the-scenes look at some amazing classic TV memorabilia.
Samantha Hutchinson was killed and her new husband was injured when the golf cart they were riding in was hit by an alleged drunk driver earlier this month. Last week, the suspect's toxicology report showed she had a BAC of .261, which is more than 3 times the legal limit. A lawsuit filed on behalf of the victims says the driver, as well as the bar where she was drinking, are responsible for the deadly crash. So our question, can a bar or restaurant be held legally responsible for a deadly DUI crash? Let's verify. Our sources are the South Carolina General Statute and South Carolina trial attorney Robert Goings. The South Carolina statute states no holder of a permit authorizing the sale of beer or wine or a servant, agent, or employee of the permittee may knowingly sell beer or wine to an intoxicated person. Goings says for decades, the South Carolina courts have upheld that a person or entity who knowingly sells alcohol in an illegal or wrongful manner can be held civilly responsible for violating the law.
Your license can be revoked if you do sell alcohol to someone in an intoxicated manner.
Goings says when it comes to proving the case in court, that's where it can get a little tricky.
And oftentimes that's proven in court by video surveillance, that's proven in court by bar tabs, that's proven in court by witness testimony. We would show that an injured party is liable and can establish that the restaurant knew or should have known that it was over-serving an intoxicated person based on their signs of intoxication.
So we can verify that, yes, a bar or restaurant can be held legally responsible for a deadly DUI crash. With your Verify, I'm Megan Bragg.
Welcome back. James Comisar has spent more than 30 years collecting over 10,000 pieces of TV memorabilia. But when plans to open a museum fell through, he decided to share them with the public another way by putting some of them up for auction. Earlier, we spoke with James about what you can get your hands on. Some good stuff there. Take a look.
James, welcome to DBL.
Wow.
Thank you for having me on the Daily Blast.
You're standing, James, somewhere that looks very familiar. Is that the All in the Family set? Is that, how did you get that?
What? Wow, you watch some TV. I respect that in a woman. So this is Norman Lear's original All in the Family set. There were 2 sets of these chairs made for the series. The first set is in the Smithsonian. This is the other set, the only ones that will ever come up. All these set walls are original, and come on over here and I'll show you. This is the front door that Sammy Davis Jr. walked through.
What?
Mr. Bunker?
Come on in, Mr. Davis, come on.
You want to see more?
Yes.
Oh, I'm so excited, but then you can't imagine because you never had to meet yourself.
Oh
my gosh, the Cheers set, you guys.
This
What?
is, of course, the original Cheers bar. There was only one made. It was used for 275 episodes. And right over here is where Cliff and Norm sat for the whole run of series. So if you look over here, it says Rats. That's John Ratzenberger, who played Cliff.
What?
I see Cliff's outfit, his mailman outfit.
Oh my
So
gosh.
this is the traditional look that he wore. He also had like a foul leather parka, but this is what you saw him in most days. It's from an iconography standpoint, it's as good as it gets.
No guy wants his fiancée jumping out of a cake. It's, I mean, it's like taking your mother to the prom. So I'm told.
What is this now? Johnny Carson set, is that behind you?
Yes, wow, good for you. So
From
this
the
is Johnny
Tonight
Carson's.
Show.
Yes. So Johnny Carson retired from this set in 1992. This set was used for 10 years. I should point out that this is Sonny and Cher.
Oh, wow.
Two Bob Mackie originals. These are beautiful. But if you come over here, you'll see that this is the original backdrop. This was all hand-painted on a piece of blue carpet, so the lights wouldn't reflect back. And this, of course, come on back here. Let's give him a VIP. Come on back here and look. It's actually orange industrial carpet on the bottom. And Mr. Carson would come on over here to the front. Let him see the Johnny Carson view. Wow. So he would sit all the way over here. So he was literally inches away.
Because I know all your wives, you know, and now you're very, very.
And you can see here on the armrest all the thousands of performers who just were sweating and nervous. Look at all this makeup residue. This is so culturally significant. Wow. I hear executive producer Bert Dubrow's going to bid on that. Is that true?
Wow. He just may. Oh, you know, Bert's loving it.
Yeah. Loving it. James, you have like arguably one of the best collections ever next to the Smithsonian. I know it's near and dear to your heart, but is there one thing?
Is that Play Go?
Oh, Play Go.
Is that Play Go?
So the audio broke up a little bit, but thank you for the compliment. Yeah, we actually have way more than the Smithsonian. There's over 1,000 lots just in this sale, but so much of us grew up on The Price is Right. So if you were on studio and they said, we're playing Plinko, and today we're playing for $50,000.
How much is that going for? Erica, bid Erica.
It's already up to $10,000.
Oh,
$10,000 so far, and it's still 20 days out. Sam, what kind of TV did you grow up watching?
Oh, man. What did I watch? I watched everything from Sesame Street to 90210, Melrose Place.
Come on.
What?
You said the magic word, 90210.
What do you have? What do you have? The Peach Pit set?
No way, the jukebox.
Oh, my gosh, the jukebox from the Peach Pit. Stop it.
Right?
Stop.
10 years from 1990 to 2000. I got this directly from Aaron Spelling.
James, is there one thing, like we were talking about your collection, is there one thing that you're keeping for yourself, or are you getting rid of everything?
That's an emotional question. So first of all, I don't appreciate that, but it's so hard for me as a collector to part with this stuff. But I just decided it was time to share this back with the world. The piece that I'm keeping, and I don't even know if you guys are ever going to know what it is, H.R. Pufnstuf costume from H&R Pufnstuf. If you blinked, you wouldn't know this show. It was on from 1960 to 1970, only 13 episodes. But that and the Witchy Poo costume, I'm going to hold on for the time being. But
all right.
Sorry.
Well done, James. Honestly, thank you so much for joining us and sharing all of your incredible collection. DBL Nation, to learn more about the collection and the auction being held June 2nd to the 4th at Heritage Auctions, visit ha.com/commissar. Thanks again, James. We'll be right back.
Cafeteria lunches. Grab a tray, some chicken fingers, and of course, a box of chocolate milk. But several news headlines claim the USDA wants to ban chocolate milk from schools. Google search data shows people want to know if that's true. So let's verify. Has the USDA banned chocolate milk from school menus? Our sources are the U.S. Department of Agriculture and various school districts across the country. The USDA wants to make school lunches healthier by reducing the amount of added sugar in meal options. Health experts say consuming too much added sugar can lead to health problems such as type 2 diabetes and heart disease. USDA data shows flavored milk like chocolate milk is the leading source of added sugar in school lunch programs. There isn't currently any limit to added sugar in school meal programs, but the USDA recently proposed 2 options to update the school meal nutrition guidance that would change that. One option would ban chocolate milk for students in elementary and middle school. A second option would continue to allow flavored milk for all students, but would introduce a limit on the amount of added sugar allowed. The USDA is still considering both and hasn't made changes to its school nutrition regulations yet. We checked with several school districts across the country, and they say they're still offering chocolate milk to students. So we can verify, no, the USDA hasn't banned chocolate milk in schools, but it is considering a proposal to remove it from elementary and middle school menus. Some school districts, including Washington, D.C., have already removed chocolate milk from their menus, but that was independent of USDA guidelines. With your Verify, I'm Adiante Till.
Verify here with your Fast Fact. Nobody enjoys that feeling when you open your car door on a hot summer day and it feels like an oven. Verify viewer M emailed us to ask if tinting her windows can help keep the inside cooler. So M, let's verify using these sources. The inside of a car gets hot because the sun's UV rays penetrate the glass. The energy from the rays is then absorbed by the surfaces and released as heat that gets trapped inside. All of our sources say tinting your windows can help block some of the sun's rays and keep the interior of your car a few degrees cooler. The exact amount depends on the darkness and quality of the tint and which windows are tinted. So, yes, tinted windows reduce heat inside of a car. Tinting rules vary by state, so make sure to check the laws where you live. With your Verify, I'm Brandon Lewis.
How can pickleball bring back the popularity of malls? Let's connect the dots. Folks are craving fun social experiences after years of limited gatherings during the pandemic, and they've shifted their spending from goods to experiences like theaters, arcades, amusement parks, and now pickleball courts. Pickleball, which combines elements of tennis, badminton, and ping pong, began in 1965, but has skyrocketed during the pandemic. Industry experts say nearly 9 million folks played pickleball last year. And as groups look for places to play, they're getting turned away from some tennis courts and neighborhoods. So pickleball is heading to malls, where landlords hope players can play and then grab a bite to eat or do some shopping. Some sites already opening in New Jersey and New Hampshire, with more planned in Alabama, Atlanta, and Dallas. And that is Connecting the Dots.
Welcome back. As you get older, you might think gaining and maintaining muscle mass is a challenge, but we've got some good news for you. It's time for some joint and muscle support brought to you by Omega XL. Here's some easy tips on how to gain muscle mass as you age. So first, make sure you're eating enough protein. Also try protein shakes if you're not getting enough. Try resistance training. This includes weightlifting and body weight exercises. And last but not least, check your vitamin D levels and increase your omega-3s. Omega XL has improved the lives of millions of consumers, supported by 30 years of clinical research. Omega XL's powerful and proven benefits have transformed the lives of athletes, celebrities, and dedicated daily users. Call 800-813-6801 or visit omegaxl.com for more information. That was a good tip. If you're not getting enough protein, try protein shake.
Yes. Yeah, and they taste good too.
They're delicious. We'll see you tomorrow.